days to discuss important issues related, in fact, to the technical review of RGO. So I will not take too much of your time. I would like to start really by welcoming you all to the United Nations Environment Program, and really to thank you for taking the time to join us for this important meeting. I understand we have indeed many participants coming from different parts of the world, Europe, Iceland, New Zealand, North Africa, North America, and of course also many of our brothers and sisters from Africa. So I would like really to take this opportunity to express our deep thankfulness for the support provided to the African countries through UNEP and other partners. This is an important initiative for which indeed the United Nations Environment Program is really proud to be associated with, because what we are striving for, in fact, for this continent, is to provide the right policy guidance and team up with the right partners to ensure that, in fact, this continent is now moving in the right direction, particularly with regard to the green development path of this continent. And we think that in this green development path, for which we want this continent to engage, and for which, in fact, we have seen many countries taking the right steps, we are happy to see that there are a lot of support to ensure that we provide also the necessary guidance, technical support, and financial assistance to make sure that the countries are able to tap on the huge potential, particularly with regard to geothermal potential, which is about 20,000 megawatts of electricity for East African countries only. We know that, unfortunately, we are facing a number of risks and challenges. One of the risks is, in fact, the risk associated with resource exploration and development. And the other risk is, in fact, financial risk associated with investment in power development projects. What we have decided as UNEP is to ensure that in close collaboration with different actors and major stakeholders, we work, in fact, to reduce the above risk that I have mentioned and also accelerate the geothermal development so that, in fact, we can adopt at this continental level a regional geothermal resource development approach. This is indeed in line also with what our UN Secretary General has decided with regard to this initiative of the sustainable energy for all. Not only in terms of increasing the energy access in this continent, in fact, we don't have more than 50% access in terms of the global electricity. And if we consider the increase in terms of population, we are just above 1 billion now. We are reaching 2 billion in 2050. We cannot really allow to keep the same level of access, which is very low compared to the rest of the world. So we have to make sure that all the available resources are mobilized to ensure that we improve the well-being of the population and ensure also that the countries are in the right track with regard to reduction of poverty and increase in terms of the development. The project that we have established, this geothermal project, is in fact spearheading efforts to catalyze investment through upstream geoscientific surface exploration work, so that in fact we can be in a position to provide the support to the RGO member countries. In these 2 days, you are going to focus, in fact, in the proposal for two countries, Kenya and Ethiopia. But we are pleased also to see that other countries are coming in, like Eritrea, Rwanda, and Uganda, that have also already submitted the proposal to UNEP. And we will support, I'm sure that we'll be in a position to rapidly review them and ensure that the concrete activities will start on the ground. I'm also really pleased to see that this initiative is not only led by UNEP, but there are many other partners working with us. And I would like really to take this opportunity to thank the African Union Commission. And as you know, this is our continental organization which is spearheading the strategy and the program for the development of the continent. And I'm really glad to know that, in fact, with the Vision 2063 that has been defined by AUC, what we are doing is, in fact, providing the support for the effective implementation of this vision for a continent which is in the right track for welfare and healthier population in all the different countries. But I would like also to really thank ICD. ICD has been with us, in fact, in the different initiatives that we have undertaken in the different countries. BGR, of course, USAID, and many others that who have really been with us in terms of creating some complementarities and synergies in also developing the opportunities, not only for South-South cooperation, but particularly to make sure that countries are learning from each other. And then on the ground, we have concrete program and project that benefit the population. This meeting, as I said, I don't want to be too long. This meeting is a very important meeting, particularly in this process of establishing a strong regional geothermal development in this continent. And I would like really to assure you of the strong commitment of UNEP with regard to continue providing the support to the countries. I would like, in fact, to inform you just about 3 weeks ago, African ministers of environment in collaboration with other ministers have, in fact, decided to have regional flagship programs to spearhead the implementation of the Rio+20 outcomes in this continent. And one of the regional flagship programs, in close also linkages with what AUC is doing, is the one related to sustainable energy. I would like to really rush to my conclusion and reiterate my thankfulness to all of you and to wish you a productive and successful meeting. Thank you.